Good morning, everybody. Please first take a deep breath. Expand your chest and exhale. Breathe in all the Buddha's blessing into us and permeate in our mind fully. And exhale. And breathe in all the bodhicitta nature of the Buddha into us. And be fully occupied our mind with the bodhicitta. And exhale all the tension. Then, with this mind, that bodhicitta we have received from Buddha's blessing, so we follow this study of this precious book, Jewel Ornament of Liberation, to attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all sentient beings. We cultivate such precious mind. So yesterday and before, we just touched the beginning of this book, the Jewel Ornament of Liberation. The purpose of our study and practice the Buddha's teaching, not as a culture, not as a something interesting, rather the way which we all desire to free from suffering, and we all desire to have peace and happiness. Because of this reason, then we are studying, practicing the Buddha's teaching. And Buddha's teaching, as you can see, it has, as I mentioned, it's a long history. 2,600 years that what Buddha taught during this all just maintained the same nature. Still in the 21st century, we come to this the root cause of suffering is still root cause of suffering. The root cause of peace and happiness, still it is the root cause of peace and happiness. So because of that reason, we need to now understand and put into practice. So it depends on many causes and conditions. It's not just one cause, it's not just one condition. There are many layers, one after another. Because our mental, as mentioned, the mind is very complex, very profound, very vast. At the same time, we cannot find where they exist. Thus it makes it complex. If we see it, if we can touch it, it's easy to do, But since we cannot do that, in our own mind, you see, I want peace and happiness. See, I don't want suffering. I don't want to create the cause of suffering. I want peace and happiness. I want to create that. But then when I'm confused, when my mind is in the wrong place means where it is creating all the cause of suffering, then I struggle. What to do, how to do, maybe not possible. So all these things manifest. So to tackle this complexity of the mind, so these causes and conditions, it's become so important. And there's no other alternative except we follow the right path. Here today was touching the chapter 2, the precious human life is as a working basis. As a working basis, the precious human life is excellent. All sentient beings have Buddha nature. that being the case, do all beings in 5 realms, except the human realm? Here we should say, I think before translation was 6 realms included in the 5 realms. And I think here what 5 realms means, 3 lower realms, and Asura, demigod, and God realm. Such as help beings, hungry ghosts or hungry spirits, and so forth, have the capacity to walk towards enlightenment? Ask that question, and the answer is no. Only a precious human life, which has 2 qualities of leisure and endowments. The human, this precious human life, why it has the opportunities? Because it has the leisures, means has time, and endowment conditions. That's the physical. And mentally, a mind which holds the 3 faiths, 3 confidences, 3 faiths, has the good basis to walk toward enlightenment. The summary to talk about this: leisure and endowment, and then mentally trust, longing, and clarity, faith. 2 of the body and 3 of the mind. These 5 comprise the excellent working basis that makes such a great condition to walk towards the enlightenment. So the leisure first. Leisure means free from the 8 unfavorable conditions. These 8 unfavorable conditions are mentioned in the Sutra of the Sublime Dharma of Clear Recollection. The hell realm, hungry ghost or hungry spirits, animal, barbarian, and long-life God, holding wrong view, and the absence of a Buddha, mute. These are the 8 unfavorable conditions. If we are born in any of this, there's no condition to study, practice Dharma. So in what way are these conditions unfavorable? In the hell realm, beings have the nature of constant suffering. Hungry ghosts or hungry spirits are tortured by the mental burning, means lack of food and drink. Animals are mostly overpowered by stupidities. He said mostly, didn't say everyone, because some in the animal realms, some individuals have a very smart mind. All 3 in the lower realm, all 3 of these have no modesty and no concern for what others think. Their mind streams are improper vessel, means to receive teachings. Therefore, they have no opportunity to practice the Dharma. The long-life gods abide in a non-conceptual state, where all mental activities have ceased. This is said as in the God realm, as in the form wall. In the form wall, there's 4 stages to the samadhi, meditative state. So this is as in the 4th section of the form wall. And there's one particular types of God. As soon as when you are born in that state, all your mental activities are ceased to exist. There's no mental activities, completely non-moving, stays for many years. So because of that, they have no any access. This is right, this is wrong. I have to do Dharma practices. because of that. Therefore, they have no opportunity to practice Dharma because they have longer lives than humans. That's called long life gods. All the than humans. Then all the God realms constitute unfavorable conditions. You can say also all the God realms because they are attached to that life pleasure, happiness and joy. So they have no time to study, practice Dharma. So all the gods have unfavorable condition because they are attached to their temporary happiness and have no time to make effort for the Dharma. Therefore, the small amount of suffering that a human experiences has great qualities or great benefits because from it we get a sense of sadness, some renunciation in the samsara. It pacifies our arrogance. When you are suffering, then there's not so much arrogance exist. It causes us to cultivate compassion towards all sentient beings. It causes us to like virtuous deeds and abstain from negative action. Engage in the conduct of Bodhisattva, says Bodhisattva. Furthermore, suffering has good qualities. Through being disheartened with it, arrogance is dispelled. Compassion arises for those in cyclic existence. When you see the suffering, then that gives us opportunity to develop compassion. Evil is shown, so we know suffering is coming from the evil deeds, non-virtuous action. So it helps us to stop doing the negative activities. And joy is found in virtue. We know the happiness, joy come from the virtue. So because that, it encourages us to practice and to do more about the virtuous activities. So this is the explanation of how the four non-realms have no leisures. Even though there are human beings in our human realms, barbarians have difficulty meeting spiritual beings, spiritual masters. Those who hold wrong view cannot understand that virtuous deeds are the cause for higher rebirth or liberation. When one is born at a time when the Buddha is absent, then there is no teacher who can explain what is to be done and what is to be given up. Mute or stupid person cannot understand the teachings on virtue and non-virtue. When one is free from all the 8 of these conditions, it is called excellent leisures. Now next is the endowment. The 10 endowments are divided into 2 groups. The 5 qualities one must achieve personally, and the 5 that come from outside circumstances. The 5 to achieve personally are being human. The practitioner should be a human being. Being born in a central country means where there's a Dharma teachings, and having all the senses, not reverting to evil deeds means not committed some heinous non-virtue, and having devotion for the teachings. That does what does mean human? Means to be same as a human being, one should have the organs of male or female, so either male or female. Central country refers to a place where there is a chance to attend holy person, means where there's a spiritual masters. Having all senses means being free from moodiness or stupidity, and having a chance to practice the virtuous Dharma. Having devotion for the teachings means having faith that the Vinaya taught by Buddha is the basis for all Dharma practice. Or sometimes it's also said, having faith to the triple gem, Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. Next, not reverting to evil deeds means not committed any heinous crime in this life, in this lifetime. So these are the we have to have from within us. The 5 qualities that come from outside circumstances are: a Buddha has appeared in this world, that which Buddha has. A Buddha taught the precious Dharma, so that which Buddha taught, all those Dharmas. The Dharma that was taught continue, that what Buddha taught, the study, practice is continue, that which what we have. There are followers of the Dharma which continues. We have both ordained and not ordained Sangha members. And there is love and compassion support from others, like says spiritual masters, supporters. So thus when one has all these 10 qualities, 5 from oneself and 5 from outside, they are called excellent endowments. When these 2 leisure endowments are present, it is called a precious human life. Now we should see what means precious human life. So why it is called precious? It is equal to a precious jewel, wish-granting jewel, that grants wishes. So these are the 2. We say, A, it is precious because difficult to obtain. Like jewel is difficult to obtain. So once you have it, it's very precious. It is precious because it is a great benefit. It's called precious. Like jewel, when we get it, it is so precious. We get all the things from that. Likewise, precious human life, when we have this precious human life, then there's a great benefit. Page 62. Leisures and endowments are hard to find. See? Now, this is engaging in the conduct of Bodhisattva. They says, the leisure endowments are very hard to find. Now here, Gampopa asked questions for us. What kind of example can there be of how difficult it is to find precious human life? What kind of being has difficulty to find one precious human life? Why is it difficult to find precious human life? And now examples, I will just read the quotation from the text. An example is mentioned in engaging in the contact of Bodhisattva's Bodhisattva. For this very reason, the Buddha has said that hard as it is for a turtle to insert its neck into a yoke adrift upon the vast ocean, it is extremely hard to attain the human state. So this you can read. Next paragraph, now the second answer the second question. Why is a precious human life difficult to find? So this body of leisure and endowments is gained through the accumulation of virtuous deed, especially like the keeping the moral conduct, and the practice of 6 paramitas. And those who are born, those who are born in the 3 lower realms, like in the hell realm, hungry spirit animals, do not know how to accumulate virtue. Rather, they constantly commit evil deeds. Like look at the bird, for example. Every day the bird's eating insect, killing, So this is all a non-virtue. You see, look at this. Usually birds are very beautiful, peaceful, gentle, very nice to look at them. We enjoy their sight, isn't it? But how much every day they're eating insects? See? They don't know. You see, they don't know that's a non-virtue. That's why it's called ignorance. Therefore, only those born in the three lower realms with a very small amount of negative karma, which is very rare, and those karma could ripening in another lifetime, not next life, another lifetime, are the ones who have opportunity to be born in the human life, precious human life. So that's why what kind of beings are difficult to be finding precious human life? The lower realms. All the sentient beings, the three lower realms. Why it is difficult to find? Because human life is found through we gain through the virtuous deeds, and they don't know how to do right things, like how to avoid 10 non-virtues, so forth, So it's difficult. Of great benefits. So first that was how it is difficult to find precious human life. Now second is, once we have this precious human life, how much benefit is there, Engaging in the conduct of Bodhisattva, Shantideva says, and since they accomplish what is meaningful for man. This man means not just male. Man means for all human beings, those who have precious human life. In Sanskrit, man, it means Purusha, Purusha, which translates as capacity or ability. Hence, a human life with the qualities of leisure endowment provides the capacity or ability to attain either the temporary high realms, means in the human realm or God realm. We have that much ability to achieve in the next life. Or definite goodness, means free from samsara. Arahat, like Sharavaka Arahat, Partik Buddha Arahat, or Bodhisattva, or Buddha. That's called definite goodness, because they are free from samsara, so their goodness is definite. Therefore, it is called Purusha. Furthermore, there are three different types of ability: the inferior, mediocre, and superior, as it says in the Lamp for the Path to Enlightenment by Atisha. One should understand that there are the three different types of person or man: inferior, mediocre, and superiors. What means inferior and mediocre and superior here? An inferior person has the ability to attain a human or God realm without falling into lower realms in next life. It is said in the same text, one who makes effort by any means to achieve the pleasure of samsara by keeping the 10 virtues and avoiding the 10 non-virtues for his own benefit. This is called inferior person. The next, mediocre person has the ability to attain the state of peace and happiness by freeing himself or herself from samsara. It is said, one who, in the same text, one who turns his back on the pleasure of samsara, means no attachment, no regard to the samsaric pleasure and success, and abstain from non-virtuous deeds, see, avoiding all the 10 non-virtues, but who is interested only in his own peace, only individual liberation. This is called a mediocre person. Now the third one, a superior person has the ability to attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all sentient beings. It is said in the same text by Atisha. By seeing the suffering within one's own mind stream, first look at your own suffering. So when you don't get what you want, when you get what you don't want, physical sickness, aging, death finally, so these, when you see the suffering, one yearns to completely exhaust the suffering of others, not only yours, as I suffer and which I don't like. So every sentient being is the same thing. So in order to free all sentient beings from samsara is to attain Buddhahood. So that's it. And so cultivating the bodhicitta by avoiding the 10 virtues. So this is called the supreme person. So human life has that kind of great benefit, opportunity, and ability. So look widely, not just only focus this life alone. No, because we will need peace and happiness next life, next other. No. So since we have this kind of great opportunity, precious dharma, bodhicitta, we have every ability to capture that, exercise to attain Buddhahood. That's called benefit. Okay, so now we skip that one stanza, one by Chandra, Acharya Chandra Gome. Now next is just Gampopa, his own commentary saying, see, this human life means who has precious human life, which possesses leisure and endowments, has the capacity to avoid all the non-virtuous which are the cause of suffering, and to accomplish all the virtues, to free from all the suffering in the samsara and to attain Buddhahood. Virtues. It has the ability to cross the ocean of samsaras. This is something so precious. It is the ability to proceed on the path of enlightenment. Means we can cultivate bodhicitta and practice it, which is so precious. Has such great mental power. And it has the capacity to attain the perfect enlightenment. See, so these are the benefits that we have when we have the precious human life. Therefore, it is far superior to gods, nagas. We worship to God. No. So go to the tree, ocean, lakes, there's a naga, there's a god. We pray, we make offering. So we have more power than they have. See, this is very important. Who has precious human life, worship to the spirits? It doesn't make sense, See, but what we do, See, nagas and so forth. It is far superior to the wish-fulfilling jewel. Sometimes we sacrifice our life for the jewel, for money. Why? Our life is much more superior than the money, jewel. See? Therefore, since this human life, which possesses leisure endowment, is difficult to find, first it's difficult to find. And once we have this, has great benefit effects. So it is called precious. So this is first we have to recognize, see, identify what means precious human life, and rejoice, appreciate. And there are a lot of things to do in the world. We cannot do everything. So use our sense, do the best one, which is to attain Buddhahood. We will not talk so much about this impermanence. Maybe just go to the faith. Following the virtuous path requires faith. Without faith, virtue cannot develop in one's being. This is we have physical condition, precious human life. Now we have to have the mental condition to study and practice. To do this, said, we need to have faith. See here. Thus the 10th Dharma Sutra says, virtuous qualities cannot grow in a person without faith, as a green sprout does not shoot from a burned seed. Also the Garland of Buddha Sutra says, a worldly person means who are attached in the samsaric life. With little faith, cannot understand the Buddha's enlightenment, because Buddha's enlightenment we don't regard, we don't pay attention, you see. Buddha's enlightenment is somewhere else. Let us focus this life. Therefore, one should develop faith. The noble, profound representation sutra says, Ananda, Buddha saying, Ananda, please listen to me. Fuse your mind with faith, devotion. This is request of Tathagata, the Buddha. In that case, what does faith means, or devotion means? There are three kinds of faith, devotion: trusting, longing, and clear. It's three. There sometimes we have a blind faith. No, that's very dangerous. It's good. It can be dangerous. No, so that's why it's called trusting faith. See, trusting faith. What that means? See, understand that this faith depends on the topic, cause, and result. Understanding the causality, the truth of suffering, which comes from the truth of causation, from the 10 non-virtues. Acting on the 10 non-virtues brings the suffering. Furthermore, it comes from trusting that happiness in the desire world is the fruit of virtuous causes, like 10 virtues. So understanding this connection, result, and the cause. Trust that the suffering of the desire world is the result of non-virtuous actions, as earlier mentioned. Trust that the happiness of the two higher realms, the form and formless world, is the result of unshakable causes, means meditative concentration. That meditation, when his mind is so settled in an equipoised state, then cannot shaking by other thoughts. So that meditative state will cause to want to reborn in the form and formless realms. Trust that by engaging in the non-virtuous action of body, speech, and afflicting emotions, which are called the truth of causation, one obtains the 5 afflicted skandha aggregates, which are called the truth of suffering. Means when we have this body, which is the 5 skandha, the form, feeling, perception, formation, and consciousness. So this our skandha, that what we have is the foundation of all the suffering. The suffering of suffering is with us. The suffering of changes with us, and we are in the condition of suffering. So it is. Maybe read next two. I'll read the next two, then you can finish. Longing faith, understanding the extraordinary nature of the unsurpassable enlightenment, one follows the path with respect and reverence in order to obtain it. Means you are so longing to attain Buddhahood. You know Buddha, and that we can attain Buddhahood. So we are so longing, so much desire, wish, had such great admiration to attain Buddhahood. Oh, this is such a precious method to attain Buddhahood. If there's no longing, no wish to attain Buddhahood, then we won't engage, See? Then the clear faith rises in one's mind by depending on the three jewels. Means, who's Buddha? What's Dharma? Sangha. Know about their qualities. They are the root cause that we can free from suffering. They are the special method, gives us every opportunity to achieve all the peace and happiness. So seeing that, we developed the faith, developing devotion for and interest in the Buddha as the teacher who shows the path, and Dharma which becomes the path, and the Sangha which guides one in order to accomplish the path. The Abhidharma says, what is faith? It is trust, longing, and a clarity regarding cause and result, truth, and the three jewels. Furthermore, the precious Garland Nagarjuna mentions one who does not give up Dharma through desire, attachment, by the power of attachment, not giving up Dharma, by the power of the aversion, not giving up the Dharma, by the power of the fear, not giving up the Buddha Dharma, by the power of the ignorance, not giving up our devotion to the Dharma practice. So that is called one who has great confidence in the Dharma. They're ready to sacrifice the life for the Dharma. This person is the supreme vehicle for achievement of the ultimate state, Buddhahood. Okay. Then page 66, we just maybe read the quotation. And then Dharani called Triple Jewel says, one who has devotion for the Buddha and the Dharma of the victorious one. So we see the Buddha's quality, and we see the Dharma's quality, and how much benefit we can get from this. And our devotion is so developed and so strong. That one who has confidence in the Bodhisattva's way of life, this is Sangha. So Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, Bodhisattva's life. If such a one has confidence in the unsurpassable enlightenment, then when one has that kind of confidence, is faith, confidence, trust, then that person will cultivate excellent beings' minds, then without doubt, definitely will cultivate bodhicitta, seeing the bodhicitta is the consummate path to solve all the suffering, delusion of this samsara. And that is the only path to attain Buddhahood. You see it precisely, clearly, no wavering. So that person will follow the path. So that's the importance of the faith, devotion. See. Then the exalted Buddhas will appear in front of one who has faith, that kind of faith, and give Dharma teachings. The Bodhisattva basket says, thus when Bodhisattvas have faith, this kind of faith, all the exalted Buddhas, the excellent Buddhas, will see them as proper vessels, appear to them and show them the perfect path of the Bodhisattvas. So this is not saying, yes, you see, Buddha will give all the blessing and they will liberate it. Buddha saying will show the path, and they themselves has to study, practice, follow the path. To do that, Buddha will support in every way, whatever it needed. So now it is breathing. Thus, the precious human body, which has leisure, endowment, these two excellent qualities, and the three faiths, is called the working basis for the practice of supreme enlightenment. This is the second chapter dealing with the working basis from the Jewel Ornament of Liberation, the wishful feeling gem of the noble teachings. So now you see what means precious human life. Especially when you go practice more and more, you will understand what precious human life means. You will appreciate more and more, understand deeper and deeper. This kind of condition, like animals, they don't have. Maybe the dog is very smart. The dolphin is maybe very smart. Ask them to cultivate bodhicitta. They have no idea what you're talking about. And we human beings have this. Now, the third chapter is the contributory cause. So the contributory cause, the spiritual master is the contributory cause. So now in the text, even though we have the excellent working basis, a precious human life, both physically, mentally. Physically, the leisures and endowment, mentally, confidence, the faith, devotion. Even though we have that, if we were not encouraged by spiritual master, guru, then it will be difficult to follow the path of enlightenment. The reason because of the power of the non-virtuous inveterate propensity of previous life and the force of habitual tendencies. Our mind is so habituated in the wrong direction, grasping, attachment, aversion. We really want to study, practice Dharma. Sometimes I want to do this, but then other side say, no, don't go too far. No, don't go too far, because you have this to do, to finish, and then say, oh, now what should I do? So your mind is divided, So there are times that we need the spiritual master to encourage us, reminding us. So, therefore, it is necessary to attend to spiritual master. Now, the summary, reason why we need spiritual masters, and the classification, the characteristics of each classification, the method and the benefit of attending spiritual master. These 5 comprise attending the spiritual master. So through these 5 topics, we'll explain about the spiritual master. First, the reason. There are 3 reasons explaining why we have to attend a spiritual master. Scriptures When the scripture authority, what Buddha said, and the logic, what it makes sense, and simile, which gives us some understanding what like. First, the scripture, the authority from the Buddha's teaching. First, from the condensed perfection of wisdom sutra, the noble disciple means who has a devotion to Buddhahood, devotion to teacher, Dharma, noble disciple who has respect for the Lama or Guru, should always attend the wise Lama or the Guru. The Guru. Because one receives good qualities from him or her. All the wisdom that we have received from the Master. And the second book, Buddha's Sutra, and from the 8,000 stanza Perfection of Wisdom Sutra says, from the beginnings, right from the start, here begin means right from the start, a Bodhisattva, Mahasattva, who wishes to achieve the unsurpassable, complete, perfect enlightenment, complete Buddhahood, should look for the spiritual master. After looking, searching, then attend, and then pay respect means to receive teachings, study, practice, respect the spiritual masters. So this is the authority, scripture, logic, so why we should attend spiritual master. One who wishes to achieve the omniscient state means Buddhahood, state should attend a spiritual master because of not knowing how to accumulate merit. So if somebody tells you, you should accumulate merit, wisdom, we'll say, how? To get the answer for the how, we need a spiritual master. See, So merit or how to purify obscurations. If somebody says, you should purify all your obscurations, we say, how? So this, the positive illustration of this is the Buddhas of the three times. All the Buddhas of three times, the Buddhas in the past, Buddhas in the present, Buddhas in the future. They are all attain Buddhahood by depending on the spiritual master. Because one story says, when great Marpa, the Marpa Losawa, when he went to India, attended Naropa, the great master of Nalanda University. So Marpa used to go to see him every day, something like that. One day, Naropa, from his heart, manifested this called Vajra, deity, mandala in the sky, in the space. And then Naropa said to Marpa, now, today you have two choices. Which one you will pay the respect first? Your Yidam deity here in the space in front of you, and your Lama is also in front of you. So Marpa thought, I see my Lama every day. No problem. But to see the Yidam is very rare occasion. So today I pay the respect to, pay homage to the Yidam. And he did. And Marpa said, and then Naropa said, oh, you made a mistake. This Yidam is emanation of the Lama. So the Vajra mandala and deity dissolved into Naropa. And he said, all the Buddhas three times, they attain Buddhahood because the Lama, the spiritual master. That's why it is here. So they said that the Buddhas of the three times, On the other side are solitary realizer, Pratik Buddha. They don't attend so much spiritual master. No. They come between Buddha and the Sharavakas, Arhat. When Buddhas are gone, or Buddhas are not appeared yet, the Sharavakas, Arhat disappear. In between, then the Pratik Buddhas, they appeared. And they realized by themselves. So that's what he's saying here. On the other side, solitary realizer, Pratik Buddha. Now this is just brief. You see, Gampopa has such a great skill. Just write 1 or 2 sentences, and it brings all meaning here. No? Some teacher has to explain so much in just a little meaning, lot of words, makes a very thick book. To explain, in order to achieve the complete, perfect Buddhahood, all the accumulations, including merit and premortal wisdom, must be gathered. The means to do that depends on the spiritual master. So, through the spiritual master's instruction, you should do this way, like practice 6 parameters, so forth. This all depends on the spiritual masters. All the obscurations, including afflicting emotions and the subtle obscurations to enlightenment, must be purified. The method to abandon these obscurations also depends on the spiritual masters. So this is the logic why we need a spiritual master. Now, simile here. A spiritual master is like a guide. Means, from here, if you want to go to some other city, you don't know the city, how to go there. So you must have a guide, person who went there. So then show you all the path, step by step, to get there. When traveling to an unknown place. Then second one is like an escort. When going to a dangerous place, like there's a robber, thieves, or tigers, or snakes. So you need a really good escort. With the help of the escort, then you are free from all the fears. So we need such kind of spiritual master who can help us, because we have a lot of confusions, delusions, obstacles from outside, inside, to dispel these obstacles. We need spiritual masters. And the third one is like a boatman who, when crossing a big river or ocean, we need a boat, a boatman who, or like when we fly in the aeroplane, we need a pilot. So with the help of the boatman or the pilot, we can cross the ocean or river. Likewise, we need a spiritual master to cross the ocean of samsara. So we don't have to go through all this. This you can read very easy, The second classification. So there are 4 classifications of spiritual master. First, the ordinary spiritual master. Second, the Bodhisattva spiritual master who has attained certain bhumis, means from first to the 10th bhumis. Then, third, Nirmanakaya, the Buddha Nirmanakaya as a spiritual master. And the fourth, Buddha Sambhogakaya, spiritual master. So these are the 4 as a spiritual master that one can attain. These 4 types are related to an individual's spiritual realization. One who is ordinary or just beginning like myself. One cannot attain Buddhas and Bodhisattvas who have attained Bodhisattvas who have attained higher level as a spiritual master. Those who are highly accomplished Bodhisattvas or practitioners, then they can attain Buddha, Nirmanakaya or Sabokaya as a spiritual master, or the Bodhisattvas who are in the different stages of the bhumis. So one can attain, and so one attains an ordinary spiritual masters when one's karmic obscurations are more purified. There's obscurations called the karmic obscuration, afflicting emotion obscuration, and subtle obscurations. So first, when karmic obscurations are more purified, one can attain a Bodhisattva spiritual master who has attained higher levels. After one accomplishes the great accumulation part, so there are 5 parts. First is called a part of accumulation, then part of the preparation, special insight, meditation, and no more learning parts. So when one after one accomplishes the great accumulation part, one can attain the Nirmanakaya, spiritual masters. When one attains the Bodhisattva's level from first to 10th, one can attain the Sambhogakaya as a spiritual masters. So these different levels, how you can attain those spiritual masters. Of these 4, who is the greatest benefactors for us? For us, who is the great benefactor? When we are in the obscuring darkness of the karma of afflicting emotions, so means when we are in the total darkness, doesn't know what to do, how to start. We don't know what is virtue, what is non-virtue. As such kind of state, afflicted emotions, we have no opportunity to even see the face of a spiritual master, means like Buddha, Nirmanakaya, Sambhogakaya, or great Bodhisattvas. So how could we attend one as a spiritual masters? So not possible. By meeting ordinary spiritual masters, some ordinary spiritual masters, we meet them, receive the light of their teachings. Then this ordinary master says, avoid any of the 10 non-virtues. Try to practice any of the 10 virtues. Accumulate merits, so forth, step by step, light of their teachings and shining it on the paths. Then we follow step by step. Say, do some meditations. Take refuge in the Buddha Dharma Sangha. Cultivate bodhicitta, like that, under the paths. One will gain the opportunity to see the superior spiritual master. Then through this, we progress our understanding and practice. Purify our mental delusions step by step. By purifying these, then we get opportunity to see great Bodhisattvas. We get opportunity to see the Buddhas, Nirmanakaya, Sambhogakaya, those, So therefore, the greatest benefactor for us, when we know nothing, is the ordinary spiritual master. So Gampopa is touching the basic, you see. Of course, Buddhas are highest, but for us, ordinary spiritual is really wonderful, Then the characteristics of each classification. So we no need to call Buddha and Bodhisattvas. They are qualities are described respectively. Maybe we touched on the page 73, ordinary spiritual masters. In that said, there are three types of ordinary spiritual masters: those who possess 8 qualities, and those who possess 4 qualities, and those who possess 2 qualities. So from these 3, maybe we touch the second one. It looks like little difficult to understand meaning, you know. The 8th one is not so difficult to see. The second one is described in the Ornament of Mahayana Sutra by Maitreya. So, possessing great scholarship and dispelling doubt. Whatever he or she says is acceptable, distinguishing the two realities. This is perfect Bodhisattva spiritual masters. Now the commentary here. Possessing great scholarship refers to being able to give more extensive teachings because of vast wisdom. So this first is very important, as you see. Spiritual master must have necessary wisdom. First they must study. Then they have a wisdom to explain what's right, what's wrong. You see. This is very important, you see. Then see, the spiritual master can dispel doubt because he has profound discriminating awareness. When anybody has any questions, should have answer. This. No? Like say, for example, Gampopa was so learned, great scholar. When he met Milarepa, whatever he has any questions, Milarepa has answer to fulfill his wishes. And then his words are acceptable because his action is pure virtue. Means the disciplines are kept well. The morality, the moral ethics must be kept well. So when that is kept well, then anybody who attends the teaching is acceptable. No, he or she acts whatever it says, according to the Buddha's teaching. He or she explains the primary characteristics of afflicting emotion and of their purification. In other words, can explain the causes and condition of the samsara and the causes and condition for nirvana. What causes samsara? What causes the nirvana? Can distinguish precisely and can explain. See? So that's so the spiritual master is here, even ordinary, the spiritual master should have those necessary qualities. So it is, see, one important thing is not the title. Sometimes we look for the title, who has the highest title, not looking at the ability, qualities. It's something confusing, Then we try to get the title as much as possible, Title is, I think, is not important. Title, sometimes, okay, to have some clear understanding who has the ability, and who has the quality, and who has the title, is useful, Other time, when one doesn't have the quality, ability, and holds the high title, it's confusing, It is. It confuses us. Then, so what? So basically, title is not important. The quality, the ability, this is the primary. They are most important. Look at like Milarepa, no? Who doesn't have really a title, anything, just a Milarepa, you know? And he lives so poorly, you know? No place, no cloth, no food. When scholars, they see him, he's just fake, you know? He disgraced the Dharma, you know, Buddha's teaching. But in realities, you know, how much great quality he has. Like Gampopa, he caused Gampopa to attain Buddhahood. So look at this, you know. Then they maybe go to the next one, method. Should go. Now the fourth, method. When this kind of authentic, say, spiritual master is found, say, now authentic, who has a quality, there are three ways to attend him or her. These are, say, attending him or her through respect and service. B, attending him or her through devotion and reverence. Attending him or her through practice and persistence in the teachings. So, see, interdependent. Spiritual master should have the necessary qualities. Maybe not 100%, but at least like 50, 60%. You know? Then the disciple has also responsibilities. See, everything's interdependent, interconnected. So it is showing how this, you know, how disciples should have their interest, you know, and their interest of, especially in the practice. See, or this. So this you can read, not so difficult. You know, you see. Now in the page 75, look at the second paragraph. There are 3 steps to receiving teachings. See, this is very important from the spiritual master. First, preparation. Second, the actual teachings. And the third, the consequence or the conclusion. First, preparation means to receive the teachings with the bodhicitta. So any time when you receive teaching, when you read, when you listen, when you practice, always cultivate bodhicitta. I do this to attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all sentient beings. You know, that's our objective goal. Say the mind of enlightenment. And while actually receiving the teachings, second, we should regard yourself or ourselves as a patient. We are patient of not maybe physically sick, but mostly mentally. We have delusions. You know, we have so much mental discursive delusions, gross afflictions. So that's we are patient. You know? So Dharma as the medicine. So Dharma is the true path to heal this mental delusion. Actually, Dharma is the only one. It's the medicine to heal the mind. You know? We can have very nice lunch. It doesn't help to heal the mind. We can have a beautiful place to live. It cannot heal the mind. We can wear such a beautiful, expensive cloth. It doesn't heal the mind. See, this is what makes Buddha's teaching so precious. Anywhere in the world you go, you cannot find such teaching like this. Buddha's teaching. So, Dharma as the medicine. See, and the spiritual master as a physician. Spiritual master is a physician. So when we have these mental obstacles, afflictions, you ask, and the spiritual master gives you this instruction, how to help, how to heal. So then listening to the firmly practicing the Dharma. See, when you listen the Dharma to practice Dharma, not just to intellectualize. Of course, we have to understand intellectually first, but that at the end is to put into practice. See? Should be regarded as firmly practicing the Dharma, should be regarded as recovering from the sickness. Then when we practice Dharma, our mind is healed step by step. That's like we are recovering from the sickness. So these are such a precious, you see. In a few sentences, gives us complete, penetrating, total, why we are receiving Dharma, why we are practicing Dharma. See, recovering from sickness. As a consequence, the falls of being like a pot turned upside down, leaking pot, and a pot filled with a poison will be avoided. So when you receive Dharma teachings, here's very important. When the pot is upside down, no matter how much you pour, will go outside. So your body is here in the room, but your mind goes somewhere else, in the market, at your home, and or sleeping. The teaching doesn't go. After a few minutes, just say, what he said? I missed it. So part is upside down. See? Then the leaking part is said, no? The teaching you receive from your right ear and goes out from the left. Not keeping in the mind, not mindful. So you are listening here, sitting here. Then after you left the session, go out. All the teachings left on your seat. So the pot, when there's a hole bottom, no matter how much you pour, all go into the bottom and go out, It's a leaking pot. The poisonous part is, you see, when the pot is there, and it is poisoned, no matter how much delicious food you pour in, all the delicious food are spoiled because the pot is poisonous part. Likewise, in your mind, if you are receiving teaching with anger, with jealous, with hatred, with attachment, to compete somebody else. I want to make wiser than that who he or she is. When I learn this, people will respect me more. So these things, we are receiving Dharma. We are getting education through Dharma with a negative thought, with a negative motivation. We have to receive Dharma teaching on the basis of wisdom, compassion, to free ourselves, all sentient beings, from samsara, to attain enlightenment. So you see, just a few lines, how it makes so important, you see. So this is filled with the poison will be avoided. Then the fifth, the benefit. The beneficial effects of attending as spiritual masters are mentioned in the Shri Sambhava life story. Noble family, a Bodhisattva who is well guarded by spiritual masters will not fall into the lower realms. A Bodhisattva who is escorted by the spiritual master will not fall into the hands of an evil person, a negative, deluded person. A Bodhisattva who is well guarded by the spiritual master will not turn away from the Mahayana path. A Bodhisattva who is well guarded by the spiritual master will go beyond the ordinary person's level, means from samsara to the enlightenment. No? The mother of the victorious one, perfection of wisdom, says, a Bodhisattva, Mahasattva, who is well guarded by spiritual master, will quickly achieve unsurpassable, complete enlightenment. See, because the teacher always gives teachings how to cultivate the mind, how to protect ourselves. No? Samsara is very dangerous place. There's so much precipice. We may fall down any direction. No? So when the spiritual master is, then we are aware. It helps us, it reminding us, follow the right path, not go to the wrong direction. See? So that's why spiritual master is so important. So this is the third chapter dealing with the spiritual master from the Jewel Ornament of Liberation, the wishful feeling gem of the noble teachings. Thank you. Yeah. Deep breath. Just lose all your attention.